Coming up on OnTV Update, we'll take a look at local fire department getting ready for a recruiting event at the end of the month.
Now, from the EMC studio at Onondaga Community College, this is OnTV Update.
Good afternoon and welcome to OnTV Update. This is Friday, April 26th. I'm Jeremy Roche.
And I'm OPPEDISANO. It's the time of year where fire departments look to add to their ranks. OnTV Update's Braylon Noble gives us the scoop on Recruit New York.
There's over 100,000 volunteer firefighters in the state of New York, and every April, fire departments look to add more to the team with a program called Recruit New York.
So Recruit New York is where we're going to have, hopefully, the public come in to increase our volunteer members. They do it once a year, annually across the whole state, in the hopes that everybody will come out, kind of see what we do here, and hopefully join up. We're always looking for more members, so we're really hoping we get a good turnout this year.
For Recruit New York, one thing that local fire departments are doing is letting prospective recruits try on equipment to get the feel of what it's really like. While for some, joining the fire department may be nerve-wracking, others feel right at home.
I retired from the military as a reservist, and I was bored, and I needed something to do, so I joined the volunteer firefighter service, and the rank structure is just like the military, so I kind of fit right in.
Since the beginning of Recruit New York, more than 25,000 people have volunteered and joined the fire department. This year's event takes place April 27th and 28th.
It's a lot of fun. It's obviously good to serve the community and serve the public. And a lot of my friends, too, I've met through the firehouse. So it's good to meet other people, different ways of viewing life, and it's nice because it's kind of like a family. We're definitely a brotherhood here. We watch out for each other. So it's not just serving the public. You also get good friendships out of it.
In Liverpool, Braylon Noble, OnTV Update.
To find out more about recruitment in your area, visit the Firemen's Association of the State of New York's website, recruitny.org.
TEDx returns to OCC for the fourth year this weekend. The theme for 2019 is Believe in Better and is the same theme as the OCC's Foundation fundraising campaign. Featured are 9 speakers from all around Central New York, and they will speak on topics like personal growth, self-expression, and community services. After each talk, you will have the opportunity to meet the speakers and share ideas. Light refreshments and snacks will be provided at the end. TEDx is this Saturday, April 27th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Storer Auditorium. Tickets are $25. If you're a student struggling with money and can't seem to afford a good meal, there's a place right here on campus that's perfect for you. I went down to the Community Care Hub and checked out their food link to see what students can do to get the food and other accessories they need.
In the Student Center, the Community Care Hub welcomes any student who is in need of some food. Their new program, known as the Food Link, has a big selection of foods such as meats, dairies, and canned foods, so other students can come and get something to eat. Case Manager Jerry FARNETT explains how it got started.
The Food Link, which is housed in the Community Care Hub, really started 10 years ago right here on these shelves, thanks to the very generous spirit here on campus. Staff, faculty, people noticed the shelves and started voluntarily donating food.
In order to get any food, students are usually given a meal ticket, but in some cases, FARNETT has offered students to grab something directly off the shelf.
The meal tickets can be, if someone comes to me and says, I've not eaten all today, I'm really starving, I can, get something in your stomach while you're right here on campus.
The Food Link includes 2 refrigerators as well as a small freezer with all the frozen products inside. Just make sure you close it when you're done.
If any student is in need of food, they can come here to the Food Link in the Community Care Hub to grab any type of food they want, or they can donate as well.
Not only is there food, there's also some other common household needs like toilet paper, dish soap, bleach, and even more clothes and shoes available. Overall, the Food Link has had a very positive result on the school's community. FARNETT encourages anyone to come and take part in the movement.
Students can email the Community Care Hub at communitycare@sunyocc.edu or call 315-498-2801. Hours for the Food Link are from 2 to 4 on Mondays and Thursdays and 4 to 6 on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
According to the College Board, the average price for books and materials for a college student each year is about $1,170. That is an almost 812% increase from 1978. Onondaga is partnering with Barnes & Noble College to create the Box of Books program. The program will provide all the books a student needs for a semester. OCC is the first public university in the nation to implement this kind of program. The box of textbooks is estimated to cost around $320. Google Chromebooks will also be provided for an additional $250. This program will be available to students in fall 2019. Coming up, we take a look at some students committed to cleaning up our campus.
See their Earth Day celebration? Stay tuned to OnTV Update.
My favorite class to teach is probably the writing scripts. I enjoy working with students on creative writing, and though I enjoy all the classes that I teach, to be honest, there's an energy that creative endeavors like writing scripts allows you to have. That energy just kind of bubbles through the whole term, and so it makes it a lot of fun.
Kappa is the honor society for two-year colleges. Well, I was first appointed by the president to be the Phi Theta Kappa advisor, and I think that I've stuck with it so long because I see that it really does make a difference in students' lives. My role as a Phi Theta Kappa advisor gives me a unique opportunity to form close relationships with students and really see them grow. Come to OCC with an open mind, come here, work hard, and make it happen.
Living on campus is a lot more convenient than living at home because everything I do is on campus, so I can just easily go to places I need, whether it be advising, whether it be getting tutored. Everything's just like within just slight reach. You get a lot of help here. All of the professors I've ever had have been really, really great, really involved, and guide you in the right direction on what you want to do. And it also just lets me get into the whole community aspect of college. That's really important.
Welcome back to OnTV Update. I'm Jeremy Roche.
And I'm OPPEDISANO. We've been enjoying some warmer days this last week, but haven't seen much sun lately.
We go to Sarah Hutman with the weather. Sarah, will we get a glimpse of the sun anytime soon?
Well, there's not a good chance we'll see the sun today, but you can keep your fingers crossed we might get some sunshine throughout the next week. Today is the start of a cold, cloudy week. According to AccuWeather.com, we should see a high of 66 and a low of 48 today, and we'll have more rain throughout the afternoon. Looking at the rest of the week, tomorrow will be very chilly with a high of 46 and lows dropping into the 30s over the weekend. It is expected to stay with highs in the 50s for the rest of the week, but will gradually warm back up over the next few days, with some snow this weekend warming up to rain through the rest of the week. Onondaga Community College is working to remind students that if we want to enjoy our beautiful campus community for years to come, we have to make efforts to preserve it. This week, I took a look at how OCC students are doing their part to reduce their impact on the environment and preserve our campus.
Spring is finally in full bloom, but with no more snow to shovel, there's still other work to be done here on campus.
It's a good time to go pick up trash because stuff's accumulated all during the wintertime and been buried under the snow.
The melting snow revealed months of litter gathered in ditches or washed into streams. As unattractive as it is, these pollutants can also cause real harm to the surrounding life. Last week, in celebration of Earth Day, the OCC Geology Club set out to help clean up campus and teach others about their effects on the environment. Clubs like these are geared towards getting students out into the environment so they can recognize all that they are a part of.
If they're more aware of their place in the environment, if they're just, because they understand how geology works or how they impact geology, or if they understand how, their decisions affect chemistry and physics, they are going to be more aware of these types of issues about pollution and about energy use.
Students can agree that events like the campus cleanup are both rewarding and eye-opening to everyone's effects on our community and the whole world.
Once you start hearing all that stuff and you sort of get an idea for what the scope is, you really start to see what you as an individual can start doing. And what you really have to do is not huge, but what your impacts do affect at a larger scale.
We've gotten used to just ignoring trash, littering the sides of the road, even in our own neighborhoods. But it doesn't take long to do a little cleanup and leave our communities safer and more beautiful for everyone to enjoy.
Onondaga Community College has put in efforts across campus to reduce the energy footprint and reminds students and staff to be conscious of their individual impact. The Geology Club will continue to teach students how to appreciate and respect their environment.
We should be caring for our environment more. We should be taking care of it. We only have one world, and we can't waste it.
The Geology Club is open to students of any major, and they meet every Wednesday in Ferrante. Members say their hope is that with enough awareness and participation, they won't find any trash in the gorge at the cleanup next year.
Coming up after the break, we'll take a look at how the OCC men's lacrosse team fared in their regular season finale last Saturday.
But first, the OCC softball team is currently sitting second in Region 3 standings. Find out how they've managed to find success despite having 11 freshmen on the team. We'll be right back with more on OnTV Update.
Because we're a two-year school, you're going to play right away. As a freshman, you're going to get pretty good parts, and as a sophomore, you're going to have all the best stuff. We have a lot of non-majors involved, and they can play in ensembles, they can take lessons, they can take music classes. They really could do all the music major things. There are no barriers to that. We have great equipment, we have great facilities. It's a lot of fun to be here. There's a lot of energy, and we do a lot of performing, which makes everybody kind of energetic and working towards those goals together, and it makes it a lot of fun.
I really enjoy the potential to work closely with students. Oftentimes we're fortunate enough to have small classes. Typically we do a lot of class discussions, we do a lot of exercises that deal with student writing. I try to get the students to interact with each other. I think there's a pretty good balance between students working on their writing and sharing thoughts about writing. Yeah, I think OCC is a strong consideration for any student.
We offer a variety of experiences, and the idea is that you're still learning to play your instrument, but you're learning to express it in different formats. We have a lot of opportunities for students to play and learn about different ways to use their instrument to make music. We have a variety of concerts and events. We bring in alumni, but also our students perform, and they get to have those experiences. And it really is a chance to shine quickly.
Welcome back to OnTV Update. I'm Tommy Valentine. With just 2 weeks left in the regular season, the OCC softball team is in prime position for a top 3 seed heading into regionals. But no great season comes without a few hurdles to clear. For the Lasers, they came into the 2019 season featuring just 3 returning players on a 14-person roster. However, the youth movement spreading throughout this team has not kept them from setting their sights high as they push towards another postseason appearance. With just 3 returning sophomores on their roster, the OCC softball team has relied heavily on their freshman class, a class that third-year head coach Bob Bates knew would be up to the task.
I was very excited about this group coming in. This group has a lot of personality, they're very excitable, and they work hard. So my expectations were that we would see that on the field once they got comfortable, and so far it's been fantastic.
Despite boasting a talented class of freshmen, the 3 sophomores on the team have been just as impactful. First baseman Dana Egan, one of those 3 sophomores, knew right away that her role this year would be much greater than just putting up big numbers at the plate.
I, think of myself as more of a natural leader. I like to get stuff done, things are supposed to be done a certain way, get it done that way so you can be successful. So I've tried to do that with everyone, and, I think it's going pretty well.
The Lasers are on the verge of yet another Region 3 tournament appearance. But with such a young team, Bates wants to ensure that his players stay focused and stay motivated throughout the remainder of the season. In order to motivate their players, many coaches will use helmet stickers to reward great individual plays. However, Coach Bates doesn't feel that his team will have enough room on their helmets. So instead, he uses this NJCAA coin, which represents the team's national championship run back in 2016 and is given out to the most outstanding player at the end of each series. Even though there's a lot of softball left to be played this year, freshmen like Alyssa Cavallo are just as excited about what this team is capable of down the road.
Of course, the ultimate goal would be to go to nationals, but as a team, I just want to keep winning games and build our chemistry up, and next year it's our turn to get to be the sophomores and have even more leadership qualities and welcome in young freshmen.
And it was a busy week for the Lasers as they had 4 doubleheaders in 5 days. After earning a pair of sweeps on Saturday and Monday, they played host to Cayuga on Tuesday. The Lasers kept up their winning ways, taking both games from the Spartans. Game 1 saw a brilliant performance in the circle from Kate Fiacco. The Auburn native tossed a complete game shutout, holding Cayuga to just 4 hits. In Game 2, the bats broke out on both sides, but the Lasers had more than enough offense to spare, winning 20-10. Jasmine Powless had herself a day at the dish, going 5 for 5 with 7 RBI. The win streak extended out to 8 last night as OCC hit the road and had no trouble stealing 2 from SUNY Broome. It was a tight-knit first game, but the Lasers pulled away and won 7-3. Game 2, the Lasers were able to breathe easy as they went on to win 13-2. Jasmine Powless was the MVP of the series, taking home that coveted NJCAA coin. The Lasers turn right around tomorrow as they host Niagara County. First pitch is set for 1 and 3:30. Across the way, the 2019 season has not been too kind to the OCC baseball team. Coach Perino's bunch are in danger of finishing the season with a sub-500 record, which would be the first time that's happened in over 5 years. The team entered this week with an overall record of 6-15, so with just 16 regular season games left on the docket, it was crucial for the Lasers to start playing their best ball of the season. Unfortunately, they were matched up twice this week with one of the top teams in the West section, the Erie Cats. Taking a look at Tuesday's doubleheader out in Buffalo, Erie's Kevin Walter did the majority of the damage in Game 1, going 3 for 3 with 3 runs scored en route to a 12-2 Cats victory. In Game 2, Joel Cicerelli took to the mound for Erie and flat out dominated, striking out 10 in 5 innings of work as the Lasers dropped that one 12-0. On Thursday, the Lasers brought the Cats to their house, but the result was very much the same. Second baseman Jordan Kowalski led Erie to a 10-4 victory in Game 1 with 5 runs batted in. The later game saw a stellar performance on the bump from Mike Stasic. The freshman pitcher tossed a complete game shutout, allowing just 2 hits and striking out 4. The Cats took that one 9-0 as the Lasers fall to 6-19 on the year and will prepare for another home doubleheader tomorrow against Jamestown. Well, it was a bit of a rocky start to the season for the OCC men's lacrosse team under first-year head coach Eric Micchio. The Lasers started out the year with an overall record of 1-2 through their first 3 games. For most teams, that wouldn't really be a cause for concern, but for a program that had only lost 2 games over the last 3 seasons, it certainly raised a few eyebrows. However, the team quickly put those concerns to rest as they rattled off 7 straight victories, outscoring their opponents by 148 goals over that stretch. Last Saturday, that trend of lopsided victories continued as the Lasers played host to Hudson Valley on Sophomore Day. 12 sophomores were honored pregame, and they proved to be no match for the second-ranked team in Region 3. It was the freshmen providing the spark, though early for the Lasers. Up 1 in the first quarter, Eli Dandelot goes downstairs for his first goal of the day. Then it was Noah Coiro letting one rip past the Viking goalie, giving OCC the 6-0 edge. In the second half, though, it was all upperclassmen. Gavin Kesserling had himself an afternoon. 5 goals from the sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia. The sweetest one of the day came off the beautiful behind-the-back feed from Owen Hill to make it 12-2 Lasers, and they never looked back, scoring 6 more goals in the 4th frame and taking this one 18-2. Coach Micchio's squad ends the regular season on an 8-game winning streak, and it's on now to the regional tournament beginning Wednesday.
You have to take it as that cliche, one step at a time, one practice at a time, and these guys have really bought into that and done a nice job and have progressively gotten better throughout the year. Today we did what we needed to do. We didn't necessarily shoot the ball well, but I thought we played pretty well, and that's been indicative of that approach of one day at a time.
And we'd like to wish our men and women's track teams the best of luck tomorrow, the first spring sport here at OCC opening up their regional championships.
It's amazing to think that spring sports are already wrapping up. It feels like just yesterday we had Greg Vogel in here previewing Coach Micchio in the men's lacrosse season.
And we're already talking about postseason with a lot of OCC teams, so it's been a very successful year for them. Thanks, Tommy. When we come back, we'll take a look at Michael Haggerty's attempt to liven up the local arts and how he brings community to life through cultural events.
But first, we take a look at some of the stereotypes and misconceptions about vaccines. We'll be back on OnTV Update.
Kappa is the honor society for 2-year colleges. Well, I was first appointed by the president to be the Phi Theta Kappa advisor, and I think that I've stuck with it so long because I see that it really does make a difference in students' lives. My role as a Phi Theta Kappa advisor gives me a unique opportunity to form close relationships with students and really see them grow. Come to OCC with an open mind, come here, work hard, and make it happen.
Living on campus is a lot more convenient than living at home because everything I do is on campus, so I can just easily go to places I need, whether it be advising, whether it be getting tutored. Everything's just like within just slight reach. You get a lot of help here. All of the professors I've ever had have been really, really great, really involved, and guide you in the right direction on what you want to do. And it also just lets me get into the whole community aspect of college. That's really important.
Everybody like on the edge of their seats yelling. People want to see you do good. People actually coming out to watch me play. So it definitely give me an incentive to play hard, get some buckets. I guess it's one of the top JUCOs in the country. This is a good program to get your name out there. I like to go by like the sky is the limit. Like you can do anything you put your mind to. Like I didn't really know I was gonna break a record. I just kind of figured like if I was to put all in the work in, you could do anything that you put your mind to. If you're gonna work hard or something, just give it your all.
This is ONTV Update.
Welcome back to ONTV Update. I'm Jeremy Roche.
And I'm OPPEDISANO. Throughout the years, vaccines have become one of the most controversial topics in the medical profession, with differing opinions held by the medical community itself.
ONTV Update's Cody Woodard shows us just how dangerous some of the misconceptions about vaccines can be.
Vaccines are one of the most controversial topics today, constantly under debate when its applications are treated as a solution. This has caused misinformed stereotypes to form simply by looking at invalid information, a concept I learned after talking to Onondaga public health educator Karen Johnson.
We always encourage people not to look online and just Google everything. If you have questions about immunizations, you really should ask your doctor because there is a lot of information out there that's not factual, and that we hope that people will go to the trusted source to get their information.
For that reason, individuals like Karen Johnson hope to spread the truth of vaccines to prevent outbreaks that have happened in the past. But still, there is a large amount of misinformation that surrounds a lot of the topic, something that health professors hope to address.
Here in the OCC nursing department, the future nurses are training are taught everything, whether it be from IV handling to proper bedside manners. But the most important thing they're taught is the proper use of vaccines, and they have the tools to do just that.
The nursing program here at OCC simulates the actual practice in taking care of patients through these mannequins, with the administration of vaccines being a major part of that, something that nursing department professor LEANNE Waterman supports, especially when reflecting on the damage viruses like measles have done.
In the year 2000, this measles was declared gone in the United States, wiped out. But now, with the recent resurgence and people refusing to get their children vaccinated, we've had an unbelievable increase in the amount of reported measles cases.
That's why dispelling the misconceptions and embracing the truth is the only way to prevent more harm. In Ferrante Hall, Cody Woodard, ONTV Update.
Karen Johnson encourages everyone to keep their shots up to date at all times, as she stresses that the side effects of the vaccines are nowhere near as harmful as the disease. For more information on available vaccines, please call the Onondaga Community Health Department at 315-435-2000.
Michael John Haggerty is well known in Syracuse, whether you're a musician, visual artist, or taking a tour of the city. I visited his business, WILDFLOWERS Armory, to talk with him and see what inspires him to bring life to the community. Located at 225 West Jefferson Street, WILDFLOWERS Armory is a hub through which Michael John Haggerty works to liven the arts and culture in Syracuse, connecting creative types and bringing to light much of the history of the greater Syracuse area.
Just south of a decade, I've been infiltrating the greater Syracuse community by creating fun and unique things to do. Usually that pertains to collaborating with the creative class.
Michael works with local artists on the board of WILDFLOWERS Armory to come up with events and ideas and to curate the space. Dan Bingham began as a vendor and is now an artist on the board with Michael.
Even before I knew him, I even heard the name in the area. So I know Michael has always had his hand in promoting the positivity in the area. He wants to amplify it and put a focus on it so we have something we have a lot of pride in.
Having lived in Syracuse since 2004, Michael highlights forgotten spaces in the city, organizing events like Overpass Fest at the Creek Walk, creating the pop-up shop Infinite Pop that would eventually evolve into WILDFLOWERS Armory, and even giving tours of the city and some of its historical buildings.
That's really how I got a name for myself, I suppose, is by, really showcasing and illuminating some of the history of the city in an entertaining way.
To see what events Michael and WILDFLOWERS Armory are putting together, you can visit WILDFLOWERS Armory on Facebook and check out the Events tab.
The unfettered passion for exploiting the history and moving the cultural currency forward is something that's always on my mind. I might lose sleep over it, so I guess you could say that's what inspires me.
Hagerty celebrates the one-year anniversary of WILDFLOWERS Armory with an event called Crafted. It's on June 1st and 2nd and will feature over 150 vendors from upstate New York.
I've really been enjoying this warm weather we've been getting.
So have I, Jeremy. Sarah Hutman is back with our weekend weather forecast. How does it look this weekend?
Well, it's going to be a pretty chilly weekend. You can keep your hopes up for a little sunshine, but it's going to be pretty cold still. I hope you enjoyed the sunshine this weekend because we'll have a mix of, I hope you enjoyed the sunshine over the weekend. We'll have a mix and rain of snow and rain tomorrow, and we'll have to get through a little bit more winter before it warms up again.
That's all the stories we have today. Join us next Friday at 11 a.m. and 12:30 p.m.
From all of us here at Ontv Update, have a safe and happy weekend.